Hey, what's up, everybody? I am here to answer questions if you have any. If you are in the private Facebook group, I'll have to look over there for your comments. If you're in the public page, just comment on this post and I will see them right here. If you are on YouTube, I think I'll see them right here as well. Same for Twitch. And that's pretty much it. Pop in your questions and I will do the rest. Let's see. Chat overlay is on. Is that correct? Yes. All right. I'm here when you are. Until then, I'm going to work on the podcast. So until I see a question. Oh, Ryan. Hey, what's up, man? How are you? Let's see. I've got to make transcripts. I can do that real quick while we're waiting for people to pop on. And I am only staying till the All-Star game starts. So that's that. Let's see. Transcripts. Go to the service that I use for that. And upload the ones. I just put a bunch of episodes up. So we'll make transcripts for them, and then we will put them on the website this week. Ryan's here. Hello. I see some other people. Not too many though. What's going on? No questions? Yeah, no questions. Oh wait. What are you saying? There was a countdown. You missed it. Let's see. Gotta. Hello. Any tips on getting G7s to last 10 days? Hi Nico, how are you? Yeah. I mean, I'd put it somewhere where it's not going to pull, twist, get laid on. I'd stay hydrated. I would, mm, I might calibrate it once or twice. That's what we do, especially in the beginning. Hi, Allison. How are you? Um, but I think mainly hydration, placement, not pulling and tugging on it. Those are probably your best bets. I mean, after that, I mean, are you telling me it just never lasts 10 days for you? Because I'm at a disadvantage. Ardents always last 10 days. So I don't have a ton of experience with it not working. Why hydration? Oh, okay. There. That's an easy one. I will not just tell you why, I will give you a podcast about it. So Dexcom, NECGM, Dexcom, Libre, etc. They are reading your interstitial fluid, not your blood. So let's got, what do we got here? Episode 358, Defining Diabetes, Compression Low and Interstitial Fluid. That should explain it to you pretty well. Also, 524, Diabetes Variables Hydration. Those should give you answers that you're looking for. But yeah, there's this fluid called interstitial fluid. And it's reading that for your glucose. So a compression low, for example, how do I put this? So if I have a roll of tape here, but if I have your CGMs here and I lay on it, right? People are like, oh yeah, that's a compression low. It reads a low that doesn't exist. What's really happening is that when you lay on it, you are displacing the interstitial fluid around the wire that's under there. And as it pushes it away, it has less glucose in it. So it's actually accurately measuring the amount of glucose at the compression point. It is not accurately measuring the amount of glucose in your system. If that makes sense. That's all explained in the episodes. Let's see. Heather says, listening to an older episode about iron deficient anemia, and I haven't finished it yet, but do you have any more interviews with that doctor? My type 1 son isn't, but I am anemic and I don't see it talked about very much. I haven't. I only have one with him, but it would be nice to talk about more. The one thing about him that I don't want to say I didn't like. I thought he was terrific, but he was a bit unwilling to go down the road of, don't you think maybe you should just do this for people to see if it helps them? They're struggling. Like, let's help them out. He was very by the book. I'd like to find somebody who'd be a little more willing to talk into the corners of the conversation. Azra, variability in blood sugars as well. So whatever was eaten, if it causes a lot of variability, sensors will hold off giving quick changing numbers. Yeah. So that's she was talking about making it last long. Do you think variability in blood sugars makes the sensor last shorter? I don't think so. I don't think that's what she's asking, and I don't think that's what I was saying. Um, Brenda, you're in the middle of a major storm, like personal or rain, and cannula. Laugh out loud. I'm not sure what I'm saying there. It's not a cannula in the G7. It's called. Hold on. Let's find out what it's called together. Cannula is a pump, tubing. What is the wire on a CGM called? Let's see what ChatGPT says. Sensor wire is typically referred to as a sensor wire or sensor filament. There, that's all. It's not a cannula. Huh. What is Sarah saying? I haven't combed all the way through the comments yet, but your recent post about things we don't understand. This is for the new series with Arden, right? So it just doesn't have to be about type 1. It does not have to be just about type 1. But how much of this do I want to tell you? Arden and I have a pretty robust list already. We're pretty good. This was more for me to talk about with Jenny. And I actually picked something out of that list this morning and recorded it with Jenny today. And it went really well. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, you can put anything in there. Cool, Heather. Me too. Like if I gotta find the doctor first, you know, it's not always that easy. I wish it was. ChatGPT knows a lot of things. Actually, I don't want to give it away, but I asked Jenny a kind of complex question today, and I ChatGPT'd the question at the same time. But while she was speaking, she hit every point that it did. I was really super impressed, actually. Not that I don't think that she doesn't know this stuff, but I was super impressed. Just really something. What else? Sorry, I have to look over here too. I never had one fail or come off early, G6 or G7. Jennifer, it lasts very well for Arden as well. Filament. There we go. There's the word. Let me check to make sure we don't have any YouTube comments because people are starting to use my YouTube channel a little more. And I just want to make sure now. Is this going to make noise? Hold on a second. Okay, I'll keep an eye on that there. All right. What else? Any other questions? Jenny G. Jenny G. Well, yeah, that's really seriously what it was like. I don't know if I have it still. Hold on a second. Hello? Hello? Come in. Hi, Arden. I'm live. Do you want to say hi to people? No, you don't? Nothing to say? Crack your back. I can do it in a minute when I'm done. I'm not going to do this for long, actually. Okay, bye. Um, that's Arden. She wants her back cracked. Let me see if I can find. I don't think I have it here anymore. But yeah, we went over a bunch of stuff today, and Jenny was just on par. She was doing great. And what else? Yeah, Arden's eyes just rolled up pretty much. I was like, "Do you want to say hi?" And she went, "No, I'm okay." She's excited though to do the thing we're doing. So I am too. Ryan, it's fantastic, especially if you're using 4.0. It's legit. Like just I don't know what's gonna happen at the next level, but my God, Arden is awesome. If I tell her that, she'll be like, "Oh." So I'm pretty convinced I have diabetes. Tell me more. Katrina says I got Ozempic today. Good for you. You were right. Dual diagnosis were the magic words. Should I reset Omnipod? Do you think? Do you see a drop in needs immediately? I saw a drop in needs with Arden pretty immediately. I I mean, listen, it could be different for everybody, but if Omnipod 5 keeps up with that drop, I'd be very impressed. Be ready to have to make an adjustment, is what I would say. Does Arden realize that I'm amazing and fabulous? I don't believe she does. No, I don't know if I realize that or not. I want to tell people, hold on. Katrina got Ozempic, and so what she did was she had her doctor put her in as a type 1 and a insulin resistant type 2 probably, and her insurance covered it. I've been wearing I've been wearing a Dexcom because my insulin hormone was low. Are they and your husband and son have type 1? It looks like you're oh, Elizabeth, how is that possible even? Like for your husband and you? What are the odds of that? That's incredible. I'm so sorry, but I'm glad that you know what to do, but that's crazy. Uh, where's Durbin? He is behind the green screen that right now is acting like I'm sitting on the top of a cruise ship overlooking Mexico because we're going to do the cruise, Juice Cruise 2025. Go to juiceboxpodcast.com, scroll down, and check it out. Actually, I might have the link here. Oh, here, right there. If you want to go on the cruise with me, click on that, and you can come. We are doing well. We're selling cabins. Got a lot of people coming. We got to keep going. Like we've got to get to 50 cabins in a fairly short amount of time. Once we get to that, clear sailing. But if for some reason we can't get to that number, everybody will get their deposit refunded. So there's no risk in putting down a deposit. Like if you're like, oh, wait and see if he really pulls it off. Um, but it's gonna happen. But get over there and get your tickets, please. Um, what is go back to this? Hold on a second. Wait, Elizabeth, your brother was recently diagnosed as LADA. You have type 1. Your husband has type 1. Your kid has type 1. So your brother, how did you manage to? I don't want this to turn into an interview, especially because you're not here to answer me. But that's really kind of insane. Ryan, I am super super excited for the cruise. Like genuinely, I know I'm not like yay, but I really really am. Like to see everybody get together, meet each other, and have some downtime together, and then talk diabetes stuff, in certain settings, and then vacation and sun. Like I'm super excited. I think it's gonna be great. Cassandra, come hang with Cassandra, Ryan, and me. That's Scott Guy. Yeah, yeah. You guys could probably meet most of the group experts if you like from the Facebook group. A number of them are coming as well. Is Jenny going on the cruise? We are trying for that, Katrina. That's a thing we're trying to make happen, but I can't say for sure. Once I can say for sure, I will say for sure. Who? Oh, Lindsay said, "Who is your Lindsay?" Is that question for me? Who's my support system? Well, that's interesting. Hmm. I mean, all of you to some degree, and my family, but I don't know. I'm generally speaking, I'm okay. I don't feel like I'm too taxed. Um, or in need of too much support. But I get a lot of support from my kids and my wife, um, and you guys. Seriously, like that's where, like outside of my family, that's where the biggest. I mean, that's where the biggest wave of support comes back at me. It's from all of you, honestly. When you listen and share, like every day I get up, imagine, and there's usually about 30 people waiting to get into the private Facebook group, and I look through their answers, and their answers are, "I heard about this from my doctor, from a friend. I bumped into somebody at a store and they told me about it. They saw my pump and they told me, have you seen the juice box? That all feels very good. It's very supportive. Uh, I guess that's my answer. Elizabeth, I don't know if I have it, but from wearing the Dexcom this week, I'm pretty sure it's happening. Oh, it's coming. Okay. You've seen a lot of excursions at meals and numbers that aren't coming back quickly. It's because I didn't. How come I don't know that? I should pay closer attention. I can't wait to. Cassandra's one of my favorite people. I can't wait to meet her, actually. Will there be childcare available for sometimes during the talks? There's childcare available on the cruise. So, I mean, by given made available by the cruise line, like I'm not going to set up childcare for you. If you're asking me if there's going to be like some special diabetes ninja there to watch your kid, no, but there will be childcare. People are talking to each other here. PSP has been known to crystallize in tubing of tandem pumps. Experience with the Jib has been super informative. Okay. Is the cruise kid friendly? Absolutely. Like you mean like is it like some debaucherous drinky? No, I don't believe that it is. No, there's plenty of families coming actually, and it's a Royal Caribbean cruise. Like if you click the link, you can go check it out. It's just a regular old cruise line going out of Galveston, Texas, into Mexico, around Mexico, and the real goal here, well, not the real goal, but the extra goal is I want, need, expect, hope that this cruise goes great. And that as soon as we get off that ship, we're going to set up the cruise for the next year to give people a year's notice and to let other people say, look at the pictures and the videos and say, oh, I should have went to this. That was terrific. Like we're trying to build a thing here. So the people who come this year, 2025, are going to be part of really getting the whole thing going. It's going to be wonderful. Dorothy, I am now T1D at 58 due to Keytruda. Oh, I've heard of this. Damaging my pair. I'm sorry. Heard about this. Yeah, you would not be the first person to say that to me. But as to what episode I heard that in, I'm not sure. I can try to search it real quick and see if I can come up with something. But the truth is, I don't know how well the search feature is going to look for that one word. Let me see. I don't have it, but I know this has been spoken to me about. If Nico's in here right now, Dorothy, she knows. If you tag Nico Davis and ask her, she'll be able to tell you for sure. But I've definitely spoken to somebody who's gotten it through those drugs. Heather's been sharing the podcast with her friends. Thank you. Just so everyone around my son is informed. Good idea. I don't know how many I've listened to, but I've told them all. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Is the cruise going to be kid friendly? Ryan is bringing a 5-year-old. I'll be there, and I'm like a 5-year-old. Oh, there you go, Dorothy. Episode 611. Thank you. How the hell did you do that? What is episode 611 called? Diagnosed at 73. Huh, cool. Well done, Nico. Well done. Let's see. What do we got here? Did I read that Omnipod 5 can't be used? That's correct. You can loop with Dash, not with Omnipod 5 pods. Okay. I just basically, that's somebody talking to somebody, but I left it up so you guys can see it. Hey, Nicole, how are you? Nico, you got a nice thank you from Dorothy. And back to Elizabeth's dramatic life. I've been over 113, 11 three times, only 81% range. I should be at least 96. My mean and median quarters are higher than they should be. And your A1C is over 6. You've lost 25 pounds in the last year. But it goes on. But hold on, I've lost 25 pounds in the last year. But until yesterday, I thought it was due to starting an ADHD med. Also, I've been more thirsty, peeing more frequently, and tired than usual. Don't have ketones. Oh, I'm sorry. But, let's, you got to get some insulin, right? Get you safe. Oh, Ryan's bringing a 5-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a wife. Thank you. Everyone should bring their whole family, please. Just 50 cabins. We just need 50 cabins, and it's definitely happen if we get to 50 cabins. The more people, the merrier. We have a lot of people coming right now, but we still have only sold, I think, like 15 cabins or something like that. Like we got to sell more cabins, or the cruise line's going to be like, hey, go to hell. So we got to get some. Let's go. If you guys are thinking about coming, please put the deposit down. It would be a big deal. What are we guys? We're just talking. It's fine. Just chit chat amongst yourselves. Elizabeth, I have 3 loopers in the house. Let's see. How do you loop? Just kidding, real quick. Yeah, you go to loopandlearn.com. Let's see. Android APS is the Android version of Loop. Oh, you guys are having like another conversation over here. It's okay. Keep going. Hi, Michelle. I didn't know you were here. I'm sorry you can't make the cruise too. I would have loved to have met you. 1,000,000%. Next time. This one's gonna be successful, and we're gonna do it again. Let's see. Heather and Elizabeth are speaking. All right, questions for me. 20 minutes till baseball starts, and I'm out of here. I mean, you guys keep talking if you want, but all you're going to see is this background which I could change if you wanted. And I'm going to be watching it. I guess I could watch it here. Should I do that? Do you guys want to watch the All-Star game with me? I think I believe it's the home run derby I'm watching tonight. Is that right? Just for people who find this later, you go to juiceboxpodcast.com or click that link, scroll down. There's cruise information, registration information, everything you need to know is right there. It tells you all about the cruise, terms and conditions about booking, every question you could possibly have. If you have more questions, you can text Suzanne, who is listed on that page, or you can join the private Facebook group. There's a Facebook group for the cruise. It's called Juice Cruise 2025. If you join that, get in there. You can ask questions all the time. Our biggest problem right now is a Facebook problem because we put up this post about, hey, who would want to come on a cruise? And the post got seen by like 13,000 people. And there were like 700 people like, I would really like to know more about this. But now that the cruise is for sale, Facebook won't push the post, so nobody's seeing it. And if I go back into the original post and start replying to people, then Facebook sees me as a spammer and locks me out of Facebook. So I'm literally fucked. I can't reach the people. So that's why I'm doing all this stuff to try to, like, if you see this, like, and you asked about the cruise, it's for sale. Like, go check it out or click the link or something, please, because I mean, I imagine everybody can't come, but the people who were interested, we'd at least like to let them know. Do you have any follow-up episodes with previous guests? Yes, but I only know one. I'm sorry, I only know one. I ask Nico. Nico, can you give her a list of previous guests? Do we even have that? Does Isabel have a list of previous guests? Lori, I am making the podcast so quickly I don't remember it. Like I just set up 5 more episodes tonight, and they're not out yet. I recorded them 6 months ago, so I haven't heard them for months. I don't remember what they're about. I work from my notes when I'm putting them up online. And the truth is I barely remember what I put out last week. So I'm kind of ahead of you guys significantly. I'm like the worst person to ask about the podcast in that regard. But yes, we've definitely interviewed people who have been on before. Yeah, I take that point, Nicole, but there are people online that will help you. Have I asked Jenny about low dose naltrexone? I did, and she didn't know enough about it to comment. But remind me of your. I know it's in. You email me, right? I have it in an email. You don't have to remind me. I just wanted to take the time to tell you that you're awesome. Oh, thank you, Ethan. This is lovely, and thank you for the information, Tricia. Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for being so kind. Thank you. Um, I just I'm really interested in what people have to say. I really, really like talking to people and hearing their stories, and the fact that it helps this community is like a bonus to me. But it's very nice of you to say. Thank you. I've been checking over here. Dawn loves baseball. I love baseball, Dawn. Um, Let me find. Make sure I find the All Star game. So if you guys keep talking, I don't miss it. Baseball tonight. That'll do it. Although I guess we could watch the Republican National Convention, which apparently has Amber Rose speaking tonight, which I'm sure that'll be interesting. Don't want to miss that. Okay, I got the game here off to the side, so I won't miss anything. Technology is amazing, isn't it? Just another browser window. Um, you can use break. Lindsay says she's starting a monthly Zoom chat with a page she does. They have breakout rooms. I can't manage breakout rooms. I can barely do this. How do adults manage their hold on? How do adults manage their diabetes having ADHD? I ask because my son has it and he's trying to wait because he forgets. Jessica, there are a lot of episodes about ADHD. That I know for sure. Maybe some of those will help. Let's schedule the next cruise when I don't have a wedding to photograph. I would love to, Jason. Also, it's a year from now. Those people might not even get married. Can I make the cruise a pin post, make an event, and invite everybody? I don't know. I can check on that. Having the craziest time with pods not connecting after pool use. Omnipod customers is baffled. So you're getting out of the pool and it just won't reconnect? Hmm. Anybody else heard about that? Arden swims a lot with Omnipod, and I've never noticed that. I would be interested in following up with the young women who survived the avalanche. So interesting enough, Brenda, that's a common misconception of people who hear that episode. That episode was not with the woman who survived the avalanche. It was with her mother telling the story of her daughter surviving an avalanche. I've reached out to the girl. She does not respond. So that is not going to happen. I apologize. But I agree. It would be pretty cool. She's actually a writer. I always wonder if that's part of why she doesn't want to do it. As soon as you're out of the pool, it just won't connect again. Denise, I think the cruise is going to be cool too. Thank you for saying it. Can wait, Adal, can feel neuropathy be reversed by keeping an A1C in the five? Doctor said as long as I'm staying in control, I'm good, but worried about it. Al, if you have like neuropathy symptoms that went away by getting down your A1C, I would think you'd be okay moving forward. Doesn't sound like you would have any lasting impairments if that's the case. All right, hold on a second. All right, where are we going? My blood sugar is between 60 and 70 one night for about an hour and a half. The first time I slept through because my alarms were off. The second time, I just don't remember hearing any alarms. I'm just puzzled at how it could have happened. I usually hold on, I'm looking. I usually tank and keep going. Maybe because there was no insulin on board, pancreas still has function. I'm not sure. I don't know, but 60 is not terrible. You know what I mean? For an hour, I don't think I'd be too freaked out. Falling, I take your point. So you have like some honeymoon left over. Interesting. Huh? Sounds like you got lucky. If, I know that's not really comforting, but it does sound like lucky. Ethan, how'd you like to hear a story? I know you meant Vince Vaughn. In my life, this has happened. I was in a diner with my family talking, and there were teenage girls, the booth next to us. You could hear them talking and kind of like giggling and getting like this. And one girl just loses herself, pops up in her booth, turns around, looks right at me. And I made eye contact with her and I said, "I'm sorry, I'm not Vince Vaughn." And she went and then turned around and sat back down. I was once in a sandwich shop and talking to my son. And after we finished our sandwiches and we were leaving, when was this? We were getting ready to drop him off at college. And we were walking out, and the little boy with his family said, "That man sounds like Santa Claus's brother." So that's Fred Claus, that movie, right? That happened. That happened. It's happened to me before. It's happened to me so many times, like I don't remember them all. But a lot of people in public think they're going to see Vince Vaughn and then are incredibly let down when they see me. It's true. You do a great job. You're talking about you today at Vanderbilt. Owen has his first TZIELD. I was sharing your podcast with the researchers. Oh, Rama, thank you. And good luck with the TZIELD. Fingers crossed, but thanks so much for sharing the podcast. I hope TZIELD pushes off type 1 for as long as possible and longer. I am well. Wendy, thank you. Thank you. I hope you are the same. Who's laughing at me? Fantastic stories about Vince Vaughn. I've forgotten more than so one of the things I've probably never said on the podcast before is that my friend Mike, who passed away, he was like my institutional memory for things that happened to me. So this will sound I don't know if this will sound I don't care how this sounds, honestly. So much shit has happened to me in my life. I can't keep it straight. So much stuff has happened to me. Have I ever told the story on the podcast of when I flew to Albany in a private plane with Stuttering John from the Howard Stern show? Have I ever told that on the podcast? That actually happened. Have I ever told the story of when I was in Apple's first iPhone commercial, but it didn't make it to air, but I still got paid for it? Have I ever told that one? Oh, hold on. Arden's asking me if I want water ice. Yes. I want root beer or lemon. I'm getting water ice. What do you think of that? Okay. Sorry, my wife texted me something hilarious. I'm not going to read on here. Water ice. You're getting Rita's, Sarah, but you moved away, so you can't have any. So fuck you. Let's see. Scott, you're like a Google doctor. I have talked to thousands of people. Thoughts on my 8-year-old has been taking it for stomach pain over the year, but just found it's linked to cancer. Oh my God. First things first, is your 8-year-old have stomach pain since they've had type 1? Because if so, like you might just need a digestive enzyme, which would be much better. I have told the stuttering John. See, I don't know what the hell I've said on this podcast at this point. I swear to God. Like I do know the other day I started saying something and I actually thought like in my head, like, don't tell people this. And then the other voice in my head was like, do you want the podcast to be good? And I was like, yeah, I do. I was talking to myself quietly. And then I blurted something out that I was like, oh, I shouldn't fucking be telling people this. Wait, what is water ice? Nicole. I guess some people call it shaved ice, but here it's more, Sarah, help me out. Here it's more crystally and I don't know how to describe it. It's water ice. It's fantastic. You do. You moved away, and now fuck you. You can't have it. Water ice. Let's see. It's the yeah. See, Sarah's helping me. The texture of like water ice from around here is better than shaved ice. Shaved ice is almost sharp. Am I using the right word? Right? Like it's too like sharp ice. Um. Okay, let's get back to something important. We started the digestive enzymes, and that has helped, but sometimes gets random attacks that Google tells me is pancreatitis, but doctor says it's not. Are they pooping every day? Always pooping every day? One poop a day at least? A poop, a poop, a poop? Is that happening? Nicole, it's not like a slushy from 7-Eleven. It's much firmer and harder than that, but yet at the same time not. Oh, wait, here we go. Well, this is helpful now to Hispanics, but not to everyone else. Um, is it like a Canadian Slurpee? I didn't even know that existed. A Canadian Slurpee. Hey, what's up? Did you get my note? Root beer or lemon? Oh, am I going with you? You want me to come? All right. Well, give me 5 minutes. I'm off anyway. All right. Thank you. Apparently, I have to go get the water ice as well. Um, let's see. I don't want you to have to do laxatives. Did you try magnesium oxide to make the poop happen? Magnesium oxide for pooping, digestive enzyme to keep things moving. What else would help with stomach pain? Gosh, I'm not sure. Arden's episode, you're doing all that. And is the pain constant or is it with some foods, like very fatty foods, greasy maybe? Stuff that is harder to digest? Have you tried putting an extra enzyme with a more difficult to digest meal, perhaps? It's so goddamn hot here. It's ridiculous how hot and humid it is here. Yeah, Italian ice, but it's just not quite consistency. No, consistency is not quite the same. When I was in the hospital, Sarah says, in May, I talked to the cafeteria goddess into bringing me 2 sugar-free Ritos lemon water ices with each meal. Very nice. That's well done. My wife knows Rita, by the way. She's actually a real person. She met her when she was a little kid. It works for like 3 months, and then a crippling attack like for a week of stomach pain that you seem feels like pancreatitis. Is there any chance it's stress? Any chance at all? Staying away from foods that have triggered pancreatitis has helped. Interesting. It is super weird. Katrina, yeah, over the counter digestive enzymes. Um, IBS. she's describing something that Arden's gone through almost step for step, and Arden doesn't have IBS at all. So I'm not sure. Seriously, I'm not going outside tomorrow. Then I have a recording tomorrow at what time? 9 a.m. What the? Why 9 a.m.? Some things I hope to cover in your episode. Glucagon use in the 90s, 4 times in 2 years, how it led to the decision of me using my first insulin pump being regulated on an insulin pump in 1993. Going to talk to a longtime type 1 tomorrow. Did Jenny today, that tomorrow, Wednesday, Martin, let's see what he wants to talk about. Difficulties of dealing with type 1 when I have a low blood sugar with an adult. And then Kate is Thursday. I'm recording with her. Oh, gosh. She wants to talk about abortion and type 1. Okay. Well, I've got a full week. And then you guys will hear these all 6 months from now. Thank you so much. Good luck with your daughter. I'm not certain what to say. Listen, it's happened to my daughter. I'm going to continue to dig into it on the podcast. Hopefully I will find an answer at some point. Let me check over here to make sure. Italian ice in Philly is called water ice. I'll get everybody. Mild pancreatitis when I was diagnosed could be that too. I can tell you that I needed I needed a PPI until I went on a GLP, and now I don't have any stomach acid problems anymore. So, um, I don't know. I wish I knew better. Oh, Jesus, Ryan, what the hell? Ridiculous. All right, guys. Wait. You want a picture of my water ice, Heather? Somebody else wanted to see the. I have such a good picture of the chameleon. All right, when I get back, I'll share my water ice and the chameleon on a picture. You guys go register for the cruise. If you're going to go, please just register. Don't forget, it is absolutely refundable. I'm not going to screw anybody. If we can't, for some reason, pull together enough people, you'll all get your money back. I promise. Suzanne will give your money back. But if we hit that number, then we're off to the races. Then we have the whole year to sell. But we got to get to 50 before a certain date or wah wah. You understand? Okay. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. I'm out of here.